how to increase your testosterone levels naturally. Let's find out. This is something men obviously want to know. How can I increase my testosterone levels naturally? But what is testosterone? So basically you need to consume dietary fat in order to produce testosterone in your body. If you don't consume enough fat, your body can't really produce any testosterone. So that's the main building block. You need to eat your fats. So don't be afraid of fat. But does it make sense to eat more fat than you actually need so you get more testosterone? Let's have a look. So here's what the research shows. If you eat more dietary fat, your testosterone levels will actually increase, almost to a linear level. Which sounds good to begin with, right? We just eat a little bit more fat and boom, we have more testosterone, more gains, more manliness. Pretty awesome, right? It's not working like that though. It only increases your natural testosterone to a certain extent. So let's say you have 500 nanograms per deciliter. Now let's say you consume 4 times the amount of fat you consume now. Would that mean you get 2000 nanograms per deciliter? No. The increase is just up until a certain point. So you might get an increase of 10 or maybe 20% of your natural testosterone levels, but that only means you go from 500 to say 550 or 600, not 2000. And there's actually not much of a difference between 500 and 600. There's certainly no noticeable difference because 500 and 600 is both in the natural range, which is roughly between 300 and 1000. So if you increase your testosterone levels by eating more fat from 500 to 600 or even to 700, 800, it's not really a noticeable difference. You will not gain more muscle mass or anything else. So when it comes to dietary fat, make sure to get enough fat to produce enough hormones, which is roughly 0.5 grams per kilogram of body weight, or more if you want to, but not less. Other than that, it doesn't really help you in any way. So if you want to boost your testosterone levels by eating more dietary fat, stay away from that. Next up is testosterone boosters. So a testosterone booster will obviously boost testosterone, right? Actually, no, it doesn't. And that's the reason why I wouldn't recommend you buy them, because they just don't work. A natural, legal testosterone booster does not work. It just usually has some zinc and magnesium in there, and you can just buy that on your own if you want to. So if you got a blood test done and it showed that you actually have a deficiency in zinc and magnesium, you should certainly supplement with both. But other than that, testosterone boosters don't work. So don't waste your money on them. You can increase your testosterone, as I said earlier, with more dietary fat, but only to a certain extent. And that's actually one of the best things you can do. Getting your fats in. Testosterone boosters don't work. Don't let them scam you. But weightlifting helps, right? Actually, yes, it does. If you train heavy, especially heavy compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, stuff like that, your body will actually increase testosterone production. Again, to a certain extent and still within the natural range. You will not get up to 2000 nanograms per deciliter just by doing a little bit more squatting. But make sure to squat and deadlift and bench press heavy, because your body will certainly thank you for that. Another thing you can do to increase your testosterone levels is actually to lose body fat. Because if you are a little bit overweight, your body will have a hard time keeping the testosterone levels up. That's why overweight men usually have a very low testosterone level, which makes them even more overweight, and it's a vicious circle. Because the lower the testosterone, studies have shown that usually the more overweight somebody is. So an easy fix would be to just lose some body fat, but don't lose too much. So if you come down to, as a male for instance, down to 8, 7 or even 6% body fat, you will actually decrease testosterone levels again. But if you stay within a normal athletic range, so it's say 10 to 15% body fat, your testosterone levels will be at the highest. So if you have visible abs but not super mega shredded, that's a good position to be in. Lose some body fat, but don't lose too much. Don't starve yourself. Oh, and by the way, if you're on a long cut, your testosterone levels will decrease anyway, because your body is just not getting many calories in for a long period of time, and so it will just decrease hormonal production, and with that also testosterone production. Alright. So what have we learned? Eating more dietary fat will increase your testosterone levels, but just to a certain extent. Don't overdo it. Also, weightlifting helps. Losing body fat helps. But again, all those things just get you from, say, 500 to 600, or maybe from 300 to 400, or even 500. You will not feel a noticeable difference doing so. Don't expect results as if you would actually inject testosterone like steroid users do. Therefore, should you actually increase your natural testosterone? Yes, you could, by keeping your hormones in check, getting enough dietary fat in, and lifting heavy. But don't do it as a means to getting more gains. You will not have more gains just by having a little bit more testosterone. As long as you're in the natural range, you're still natural. There's no difference. Nobody will actually have more gains just by having 10% more testosterone. So just stay healthy and don't waste your money on testosterone boosters. Lift heavy and get some gains. See ya next time.